If your brand belongs in the heart of the yachting world, this is where it happens. Yachting International Radio reaches over 1 million yachting professionals and enthusiasts every month, with 77 million impressions, 220,000 social followers, and 74,000 podcast subscribers. Our hosts are insiders, crew, captains, CEOs, trusted voices shaping the industry. This is targeted, high-impact advertising in a luxury niche. Visit yachtinginternationalradio.com/advertise. Your audience is already listening.
Top of the morning, folks. Captain Liam here, the Bridge Motor Unbridled. Got the lovely Chief Officer Kia behind here. I'm with Andrew from Yacht Multiworks. How are you today, Andrew?
I'm good, and yourself?
Excellent. Thank you for your time. I think we've connected text back and forth last couple of days because you've got an awesome platform that I'm very excited to learn more. So tell everyone about it.
So basically, Yacht Multiworks is an AI integrated management app. It's not just an ordinary one, as we have over 70 modules and 6 of them being AI integration with 10 years of back data of yachting industry, mechanical stuff, charts, and whatnot. So it is the future of management for yachts.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Even, you've got 70 modules, correct? And you keep building more modules. So there's 70 modules, only 6 are AI. So I think what I want the audience to understand is that the data that is being driven, the coding that's gone behind this is all based on yachting and first-hand experience and over 10 years of gathering that cumulative data that's now available to the world. And then the AI reinforces that. So a lot of people, I think, even of my generation, have this fear of AI. But to me, it's like you've gone from a fire to an oven. There's technology and there's advancements, so why not use it?
That is true. That is true. AI is so advanced, why not get the answer in a second instead
exactly.
of struggling for days trying to figure it out?
Yeah, and what's your background? I mean, you talked about some experience at sea. You worked with a great captain on a boat who kind of gave you a bit more freedom to expand. But what's your background?
My background before yachting, I was a professional cyclist, and then probably a lot of yachties. Your friend does it. They come back to your home country. They tell you how amazing it is, how much money they're making. You're like, I want to do that.
You want a new bike? You're like, I can get a better bike.
Yeah, so I ended up stopping. I did the training, took the leap of faith, came over, did yachting for a year. Then I was like, okay, this isn't for me. So I stopped for about 3 years. The handcuffs got me. I was like, okay, let me go into it this time with a different mindset. Because that first year, like everyone, you just waste the money. You're exposed to so much money, America, all this luxury that you're not used to. So then I gave it another 6 months. Lucky I still had a very good connection with one of the captains. So I flew over with the job lined up. Got on an awesome boat where the captain was extremely open about stuff and just was answering all the questions that I was asking him. And then I went into the industry. I'm like, I need to make something for this or something work here. Gathered what I wanted out of it, flew back, and here we are with Yacht Multiworks.
Yeah, and the problem you saw, would I be correct to say inefficiency? Or what is the problem you saw? Because that goes into the solution.
I would say inefficiency in the bridge, and that's nothing against captains. It's just an overamount of paperwork. It's daily, the invoices, all the logs, you have to deal with the flag coming in to check that you're in regulation. It was just an extreme amount for no reason. And from back in 2000, no one's changed the procedure on how to do it. Everyone was happy having 10 files in a cabinet, getting them all out, manually typing in everything. And I was just like, this is something I could potentially fix.
Yeah, well, I agree with you. As a captain firsthand, this is all I've done. So my career is being a yacht captain, and I'm proud of that, and I love it. But I do see the inefficiencies, and I do see even on the programs I run, how much time we spend behind a computer. And AI has really shown me that there's a tool available that can get me up off in front of a computer, back out into the deck crew and helping them out, back into the guests, working with a team, training, motivating, doing things that computers and AI can't do. So that's kind of where I'm motivated for this, because I see you've created a solution. For example, I spoke to a DPA recently on a management company, and I said, what are your problems? And he says, well, to be honest, a lot of heads of department spend about 60 to 70% of their time behind a desk. And that's normal. Like you said, captains doing invoices, and my biggest challenge is comparing an estimate to an invoice and seeing the difference and then communicating and explaining how did we get to this point and how do we stay on budget. So I think, you've provided a solution here, but let's talk through it. What is Yacht Multiworks? We talked about the platform. We talked about the AI integration. Do you want to get a hands-on feel with it? Are you comfortable to share your screen?
Yes, yes, I am. So this is basically when you sign up for the app, this is how it would come. So you would get your information, you would fill in all your information on the vessel. I've just obviously put some random stuff. So to go off just the basics, what you see, we've got three different modes. We've got night mode, we've got home, and we've got day mode. Then we have our online and offline mode. So when you are at sea or doing Atlantic crossing and Starlink isn't working or Wi-Fi is restricted, you can still do everything you need to do. And as soon as the Wi-Fi is back on, it will auto upload everything you've done.
And is there any hardware required for that, or does it save it?
No, no hardware. Everything is cloud-based. You just need a laptop, a phone, a tablet. That is it. There's no
Wow.
physical hardware. We found the most with hardware is the small things that can go wrong. And a
Yeah.
radio bridge is a complicated thing. Anyone who's been underneath the helm and tried to do something there, they know it's not a fun experience. So
No.
we try to keep it simple, stupid, if I
Yeah.
could put it into a terms. So this will be the first page. So at the moment, you would log on, say you're a captain, you can do a little allow location.
I love this feature. This was probably my favorite, just because we just saw the chief officer filling in the logbook just then. You
Yeah, you
know,
could literally just tap it. You could add in information you want to add here. As soon as you're happy, save.
oh,
And
fantastic.
this will be what the captain sees every day. And right now, I have 38 crew. This is the current people using the app, including paid people. So yeah, this is the super admin, but everyone's will look the same as this. And then you can go assign task. So you can choose what you want. Once you've sent all your invitation emails to your crew, I'll quickly go to that. Under profile, you can add your DPA in or your personal information. You just go invite crew, email, you choose what part they are. Once the information is sent, as you can see, I've sent it to myself, but I have not answered it yet.
Okay.
And then you fill in all your information. And there is a setting here where the captain or the boat would set up a WhatsApp group that links to our service, that if anything happens or the captain wants to give you a task, he just does it on the app and it gets sent to the group and it will come up with your name. Or you
Okay.
can do a Telegram one. And then
Old
it has
school
everything.
Dylan.
Nothing's wrong with Telegram. Then we have download vessel backup just in case there is an issue. And then we have download my data, and that will download everything where the vessel will only be information about the boats and all that.
Fantastic. And you also mentioned you do have training, which I think is an important part of this.
Yes. So I
Because
can
a
go
lot
to the
of
training. So
platforms, human beings naturally, go against change. And for me, I'm trying to overcome that because I'm so used to running systems the way I run systems. And the more I see different things like this, I go, you know what? I have to challenge myself. I'm the one who has to lead by example and learn.
that is true. That is true. So I'll just go over the training quickly and then we'll go through the rest. So there is quite a bit to go over. So for
Wow.
training, you must go to the logs and go all the way down to help center. And the help center is basically, it's there in case you don't know something. Nothing is wrong with not knowing stuff. So all you need to do is type in what you don't know. Or we have a get started thing just for when you're installing the app. How do I get started? It tells you everything. So it's as simple as possible because as yachting, you're already under a lot of stress. You don't need to add this to your stress load.
Okay, so just quickly though, your background, you mentioned professional cycling and yachting. I think there's a lot here to do with coding and technology, correct?
Correct. But a lot
Okay.
has advanced with coding. I've always had a background with computers, tech, cameras,
Okay.
and so on. So it's been a passion of mine, along with the cycling and everything else.
Yeah, this is
Um,
amazing.
so back to the training. So when you get it, you can do it. Personally, I haven't done it. I don't think I'm going to. and then you can say start training. All you need to do is start. It will give you little questions. You must answer them. And if you don't get a certain percentage right, it will fail you on the module. And the
Okay.
whole idea of this was to get people very comfortable with the app. We don't want someone to not know the full potential of the app, because I'm guilty of not reading instructions myself with stuff and just
Yeah.
with logging onto the app and winging it and eventually figuring it out. So we do motivate that everyone that does sign up or is using a free trial or whatever the case is to go do the training to make your experience on it a lot better and easier.
Oh, and to make it more
But
efficient when you are using it, you know?
that's true, because you can save on 5 hours a day of bridge time if you're efficient with this app.
Yeah.
Mm. So I'll go through the key points in it. My favorite one is the financial hub. I have pre-done I've scanned my own personal stuff. So basically, when you log into it the first time, it will pop up like this with nothing. And then as you scan an invoice, it will learn which cards you use. So it registered I used a MasterCard for this,
Okay.
and then it's put it there. It will tell you what you spent it on. So I've spent it on deck or interior. There we go. I've spent $483 on interior.
Understood.
So I can actually, I'll go through one quickly. You go to gallery, or you can take a picture, choose from gallery. Let's see, I'm going to go this one. And depending on the invoice and on your internet speed, it could take anywhere from 10 seconds to a minute. And then it will
Wow.
say AI is scanning. And then while it's doing that, there's the invoice. You can select your currency. We've added your vessel, others. These are all the options it can. So if you're not happy with the category AI has chosen to put your invoice,
You can
you can
change.
choose it yourself. And it will say which department did it, barely ever the deck crew, and you can add like a little description of it. And then I've already scanned it, and there we go. It is scanned it. It
Wow.
says MasterCard. We spent $213. Let's make sure this is correct. It is correct. And then once that is done, you can say save expenses. Awesome. And then the end of the month comes. The big problem when the boss wants to know what is happening with his money.
Yeah.
At the end of the month, you can go here and you can either choose, you can Excel, you can PDF, voucher, or email. And let's just go PDF, for example. This is how it will load on. So
Okay.
you will get your invoice here. It will say Andrew paid for it or whatever. It will give a description of it was with a picture of the invoice. And then at the end of the month, it will tally up everything, which department used the most, the vessel, how often, and then it'll have all the invoices at the bottom.
Fantastic. And what about consolidation with statements? Is that something, can you upload a statement and consolidate? I mean, these are financial hubs. I know we're developing things, but
Mm. You can. Sorry, let me just get out of this.
it sounds like it's the good thing about it though, it's actually a very interactive system that's taking a lot of different individual applications that other people have, like QuickBooks or Volley, and you put it into one
Mm.
central hub. Would that be a
Yeah,
good way
and
to
then also
explain it too?
that would it kind of combines everything that's out there into one, because quite often I saw that a captain was using three different apps or three different programs to do one task, and most of them are priced at we can say a yacht price.
Yeah.
Everyone probably understands what a yacht price is, just this big amount for no reason.
Yeah. That's
And
one of the
then
other biggest things that attracted me to yours, even personally. Like as a captain, I'm using your tools to personally manage the yacht for me.
mm,
You know what I mean? Above and beyond the vessel. It's like this makes my life easier, you know?
it does. It was just there to save time, to make the crew's life easier, to make the captain's life easier, because the sooner this can get sorted out, the sooner bigger problems potentially on a boat can get sorted and finished, because often things are in a time crunch. You never
Yeah,
have enough time to do it properly.
yeah, well, I'm big
So,
on the human element lately. Like, there's so much time that, I've seen on social media and different platforms, and I just see there's a human element to everything. And if we can get more human element involved in our operations in
mm,
yachting, we can be more efficient, we can be more engaging with clients, we can be better crew members to each other. They're the
yeah,
benefits I see.
that is true. And then another one of well, they're my personal favorite modules. We got the underway module. So while you are underway, this is what will pop up. So can you put your port that you're going to be at, and it will tell you the depth, the tide, what is happening will be here. And this is all, we have about 3 different chart companies that we are paying to get the information from. So it is comparing all 3. They're well known in the yachting industry. And this will be your passage planning. Obviously, when you've done your passage planning, it will also be here and you can print it out. It has absolutely everything. Also signatures of the officer on watch or the captain.
Wow. Okay.
But
And
yeah.
no, go on, please, please.
Oh, while you're underway, if something does happen, you have SOS distress and it will take you to what it is. So you can go man overboard. For example, something happened, it will tell you actually what to do. You can call DPA, it will tell you what to say on the radio. It will take that shock of it. Sometimes you're in a stressful situation, you're shocked, you don't know what to say. You can't, well, you know what to say, but you can't get words out. I've been there many times where something's happening and then you're there stuttering on the radio.
So I can put this on beside the bridge on like an iPad or something. I can have this on the side of the bridge on an iPad. Everything's right.
That's correct.
In addition to all the GMSS equipment, I can press that.
And then it will have a record of if stuff does happen. So right now you can see I did something. So that happens, got muster. Once it's added on, rescue. It basically, it does everything for you. It takes the human elements out of it. And sometimes that is good, sometimes that is not bad. But I think in a stressful situation, it is good because the shock of what is happening depends on a person, how they handle it. Some people aren't good in stressful situations. They freeze up. So this was also one of my personal favorite modules.
Yeah, I see underway. Can you do an hourly log as well?
Yes, you can. You can on underway. So that will be under bridge and logs. So you've got these are all the logs you can see. Obviously, I've messed around. We've got STCW, rest, and if you're over, it's going to alert you. Your hourly log. So every hour, just remember to do it. Quick click. It's got the weather. Enter. It's finished. You don't need to sit there. You don't need to look at everything. You don't need to get the red lights out. You don't need to get your phone out sometimes to shine it on the paper. It takes that out of it.
Well, all of that is, to be honest with you, all of that is taking away from looking out and a safe navigation. You know, it takes 5-10 minutes to fill in a logbook. You know, and with automate, with paperless bridges now, and with it's efficient.
That is true, and you never know when you are. Like Newports, that could be you hitting a crab pot or not hitting a crab pot. Yeah. You know, especially if you're traveling at night or when it is misty. That place is terrible. So yeah, that was also one of our good modules. But to be honest, all of them are good. It just depends, and we've got vessel tracking. You can start track. We've got all of this marine time data on it. You can search a vessel, and then this is where we are getting our information from. It actually tells you this is what is happening. This is where we're getting this from. This is not us making up stuff or AI making stuff up. This is the actual sources that we are generating what we are telling you.
Yeah, and management companies can use this for their fleet as well. I saw that as a feature.
Yes, we do have fleet management. We've got white label on it. So it's for everyone. It's not just made for the captain or just the management company. It's made for everyone to be able to use it.
All right, so we've got underway, security, financial dashboard, bridge logs, weather. What about crew? We talked about, I saw one called crew review.
Okay, so here we've got crew schedule, we've got crew doc wallet, we've got crew tasks. So let's, we can go over crew tasks. Let's say you want to give someone something, you go across, you select the member, and this is all once you have made your WhatsApp or you've made your Telegram. You can put the title, a description, and you can send it to them, and boom, that's their task. And then once they're done, they must say complete, and it will come to you. And then it will tell you, okay, Andre's completed sanding teak or step 1 and 2 on teak. He did it in 6 hours. And then he submits. So it takes that element of you checking, because sometimes you don't have time to be on people's case about stuff. You send it to them, they acknowledge that they've got it. They know they got their task.
Yeah,
and
very much
so. Complete this. Yeah.
And then when they complete it, they tick it, and then we move forward onto the next task.
Yes, and it will send you a notification that task has been completed by deck crew or by whoever the task was sent to.
I mean, every captain, every vessel that runs, we're used to certain things like PMS, we're used to certificate tracking, we're used to all these things, but we've never seen it, I think, in one integrated system. And I think that's what's exciting here.
that was the idea, it's about time the industry steps up, and it's about time that there is something for the crew. And I feel like a lot of these apps that have been made have never been made by an actual crew member, so they don't know what it is like to be in that environment, deal
Yeah.
with the stress, deal with being on a boat, or just it's a different experience. So that was the whole idea to build this, to make life very easy for crew.
And you've got checklists there. Can we have a look at the checklist one if that's okay? ISM checklist, pre-departure,
Um,
arrivals.
so this is
Wow.
how it will load on. You need to
Yeah.
add everything yourself,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So we've got arrival, got anchor watch. Okay, we can go anchor watch. You can say checklist, and there we go. So this is what you have to do in the checklist.
Oh, so it's already on there already.
Or around there, you need to tick it. It has been made simple, stupid. There's nothing that could possibly go wrong besides from you ticking the box. You don't have to type, don't have to do anything. Just tick the box that you have done it. For example, I can tick here, signature. It's finished. It's that simple. You don't need 20 minutes to fill out something. You don't need the excuse of I couldn't go to the bridge or whatever the case is.
Wow. Anchor alarm set, perfect engine. Oh, fantastic. Okay. What about mental health? I mean, right now it's check-in Tuesday, so in a little while here, in
Mm.
about 20 minutes, I'm jumping on a live Instagram call. More than welcome to join, Andrew. And
Ah, definitely will.
it's about monitoring crew wellness. We have a chef on today, actually. A chef's joining us because a lot of chefs, I think, struggle individually. But how do
Mm.
I remember I saw one module here about crew wellness.
That would be the crew hours of rest. So when this
Yeah.
gets sent out, you can do it anonymously. So if you're feeling a certain way or rest, you can do work. You can actually, when it gets sent out to the crew, I wish I could show, it would actually allow you to do it anonymous. So it wouldn't say who it is in case there is a potential of repercussions of saying this, or if maybe the boat isn't following state regulations and the crew's very open about it.
Okay.
So there is an anonymous one just for it to be out there. But in
So
terms of
once you
female
do
one,
your crew hours of rest, there's an ability to say how you feel, or
yes, there is. There's a little section where you could put a description of what you can be like. It was a very good week. I had a lot of sleep. The food's been amazing. I'm excited for next week. Or you could say it's been terrible and put anonymous. So no one would know. Not even
okay,
myself having super admin, I would not know who did it.
yeah,
So it takes
but
that
it's
element of possibly getting repercussions for it.
but it's you're expressing it. It's like journaling. You're expressing how you
It's
feel, and
it's
that's half the battle.
Yeah,
But
it's also a good thing then the captain or the management company could take note of it and they could investigate into the situation, because lots of times you see on Facebook that there is big issues that aren't being dealt with because no one is speaking up about it. And it
yeah,
is a common problem.
yeah,
So that was the idea, to keep the person safe or to
okay.
just, yeah.
So hours of rest. Can we go back to hours of rest because that's an important one? You mentioned that automatically indicated. Um,
Yeah, so I can do, let me do one. I can say hours of
look,
rest. You just click what you want. I can say save, and it's going to tell you if you over or not.
where's
There
the
we go, not
hours?
compliant.
Can you just go back to that for a second? I just want to see where the hours actually are.
So work will
Oh,
be
there you
there.
go.
Yeah,
23.
and then let's say I had a hectic task. I'm going to press save, and it's going to come up not compliant. And then this would
Okay.
actually get notified to the captain. And if the flag does come to do regular checks on your boat, they will pull these logs and they will see, okay, listen, you did work 20 hours. What is happening here? So it will notify you when you are over your regulated hours of work, depending on what flag vessel you're on.
Fantastic. Okay. Is there anything else you want to show us around just as an overview? Because I want to get back to the person behind this
We've
magic
got AI
system here.
diagnostics. I know I spoke about it a lot. So these are pre-ones I loaded on. So
Okay.
sometimes you don't know what is happening. It's unfortunate, you can't know everything. So all you need to say is, let's press this one. And then the AI will gather all its information from all over that we found. And then it will tell you, possible, this is the issue. These are the symptoms, and maybe one of them you did not check yourself. And then it will give you a basic cost of it. So when the captain asks, okay, this is a problem, at least you have an idea of what you're going to tell the owner of the boat. Listen, it's going to roughly cost this much until we get a quote or whatever the case may be.
Fantastic. And that's in seconds, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's not ChatGPT again. You know, this is 10 years of yachting data, stuff pulled from Facebook,
From caterpillars,
yacht pages, everything. It's not just something there, unfortunately. You know, it's reading real information that has been put out there by people.
What's interesting to me is you're not really integrating anything with the specific vessel, correct? Like you're not actually having to plug in things, having to drag. You're using GPS and you're using, the yachting industry data and experience to create this platform.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, well, that's new because a lot of times I thought with AI and integration, I couldn't mentally understand. I thought I'd have to have sensors everywhere and preventative and that's a lot of work on the front end. But
yeah, definitely not. You know, it's the whole idea was just to make life easier for people. It wasn't
and then
to overcomplicate.
you've got supply directory, so you can contact suppliers, vessel contacts,
It
port
will tell
agents.
you need to tell it. We've preloaded stuff on here, parts equipment. You need to say where you're on. It's going to give you instant access because I'm sure everyone has Googled generator pump for sale near me or whatever the case, or phoned a marine company. This just takes it out of it. You can go yard. It will give you all the yards based on where you're at in the world.
Wow, you're kidding.
No, unfortunately, I wish I was. So it has everything there. We've honestly just tried to make it so simple, make the captain's life easier because a happy captain at the end of the day is a happy crew. You know, so the
How
hard
does it get this data all from your location?
all from your location.
And what's the
So it will
range?
know where you are.
Can you set range like 10 mile, 20 miles, or that's all preset within your?
No, there's no range. It will obviously tell you the closest to the furthest places. So
Okay.
let's say you're in LMC, for example, it will tell you all the close places probably within LMC, and then it will take you out. And then we also got yard work projects. If there is a new project you need to do, you can upload the title of the job. There's tons. We've got there's so many things to go through.
And then for a handover, I think one of the benefits of this system would be when you've got a new crew member coming in, you send me invite to join, they look at it, they can go down the different rabbit holes they're interested in to find the history. Would that be correct?
Yes,
Can you see
there is a
previous passage
smart.
plans?
Yes, there is a smart handover. Here we go. So you can, let's say you've used it for a month. You can, let's say a new captain's coming in or it's rotation. You can actually have a smart handover and it will take all the important information, everything, and it will deliver it to the captain. Because obviously with human, we can't remember everything that's happened. So you can say generate brief and it will give something out that you can save as a PDF. You could email to a captain. So before he comes, he could read it the day before. This is what happens. Okay, they ran aground. They did this. They did that. Okay,
Hopefully not.
awesome.
Hopefully not that.
Problem.
Hopefully not that.
Oh, hopefully not. But it will tell absolutely everything that has been saved on the app and that has been done.
And is a handover specific to the department or?
It will be as you as the captain who went it, or it will be everything the captain has built in and that he has sent the crew to do. So it'll be everything from the stews, the deck team, the engineer, the chef, everything that the captain has tasks for them will be in that handover.
Okay. And then from chief officer to chief officer or chief stew to chief stew, is there a similar tool? And then I want to talk about inventory.
That hasn't been added in, but that can always be added in. So there could be a stew one. We are developing an app for the stews only.
Okay.
So that would be a separate thing, but it's possible that we can integrate it into this.
And what's the app for the stews only? That's interesting.
It's called Stew Heaven.
Let's close the dashboard if that's all right, because I want to learn more about Andrew because this is fascinating now. Thank you for that, Andrew. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. So yeah, there is one for stews that we are creating. So that would just be all the stew stuff. I'm not a stew myself, so I don't know everything that goes into it besides what you have seen, you know. So it will be everything. I'm gonna ask a stew to get involved to help because I'm going to design it to my knowledge of what's going to be out. Then I'm going to reach out and see what I am missing from the department.
Okay, contact On Deck Yachting. It's a funny name. On Deck Yachting, and it's a lovely lady, and she works with a company called Nines. and Nines is a back
Mm.
of house luxury villa management company. And absolutely,
Okay.
that's a good contact for you to have because it's an
Mm.
active stew, but it's also something that's using technology to make lives simpler for service-based staff.
Yeah, it will be a module we'll add in. As I said, at the end of the year, we'll have over 100 modules built into this app, and one of them will be a link to a stew one, where the stews
And
are able to have all their inventory, because not often the stews are thought of. And at the
yeah,
end of the day, they are the heart of the boat, because the stews aren't up to it, the guests aren't going to have a good time. And
exactly.
it's
So
like that. So if
what's
we can
coming
make
down the
life easier.
pipeline? Exactly. What's coming down the pipeline for you is Stew Heaven is another app.
Yes.
But that could also integrate with Yacht Multiworks.
We would probably integrate it in to make it all one. Its point is to make it a separate thing, that it has to be paid for by a separate thing. It defeats the purpose of the app at the end of
Okay.
the day, because it's meant to be an all-in-one. So let me not separate it.
Now, I like people to give me a challenge. What's your challenge for me based on Yacht Multiworks? Like what, as a starting point? Obviously, I'm an older generation. I'm not as quick with all that fancy technology stuff. I want to get off the computer. I want to go back to sea, and deal with my crew and my guests. So, what's something that you can say
Challenge,
to me or fellow captains that can advise us of just simple steps we can take to make our lives easier using Yacht Multiworks?
not to be scared of it. That's one thing. Everyone hears AI and they immediately back off. AI is your friend if you use it correctly. AI is there to make life more simple. That is what it's there for. It's not to overcomplicate your life or take over your job. It's just to make life tons easier for you as a captain.
Wow.
Why not use this latest tool that is out there? Don't
Okay,
get
so
stuck in everything that's in the 2000s. You have to upgrade with time, unfortunately.
absolutely. So AI is your friend. Say it again. AI is your friend. Don't be afraid of it.
Mm, that's correct.
Wow. Because I go through stages with it. Like right now, I'm using Perplexity and Claude and
Mm.
linking my emails. And then there's a part of me yesterday that went, is that too much information? Like, has it got too much of my information now?
Personally, not. I don't think AI is a bad thing. I was against it when it first came out. I won't lie. I was like, ugh, there's a lot of nonsense. Then I actually went into it. I saw the back end. I saw the advantages of using it and how it can simplify your life. So personally, I like a nice, simple life. Why make my life complicated? Why overstress myself where I could have a tool to do it,
Yeah, a lot
not
of
to be
times too.
lazy or anything.
No, it's a tool. Like with my wife and I talking, we're looking at schools in, let's say, Montreal or Quebec for our kids, and I go into AI voice mode and I say, give us the top 4 schools in Montreal, Quebec. Let me know the pricing and the current rating in the national system. And within a minute, I'm not searching websites and browsers and making phone calls and doing notes. It's there. And I'd like to say it's about 90% accurate. Would that be about correct, or you think a bit higher?
It's it all depends on how the person words it and what they do. Because AI is
Okay.
only as good as what you tell it to do. So if you don't give it a proper instruction, it's not going to give you a proper answer. So
Okay.
we as humans, we are actually the downfall of AI, because we are not asking it a proper question. We are giving it a very vague question, and it's just getting information based on what we've asked it. So AI
And
it's amazing, and lots of people say, "Oh, but it didn't give me what I wanted." But did you type in exactly what you wanted, or did you just type in half of what you wanted? That has been our biggest thing. Even with the AI on the app, if you don't type exactly what you wanted to do, how can it read your mind? It's AI. It's not in your mind. It can't read what you're actually thinking.
okay. And
So
that's the
that
prompting,
is the
correct?
downfall.
Ignorantly,
Yes,
that's the
yes.
prompting. So that if people want to spend time on learning how to prompt correctly, and what's your favorite AI tools then?
I love Gemini. I'm not gonna lie. Gemini
Okay.
is a go-to with it, and I've got a couple of AI coding programs. Those are
Yeah.
also a few of my favorites.
I don't know. I'm simple. I've just started on Perplexity and Claude and and Nano Banana but I haven't even started on Gemini. Is Gemini more good for like out, what's Gemini's main features that could
It's the
benefit?
most accurate. It gives you the most realistic answers,
Oh
because
wow.
ChatGPT is kind of like a ChatGPT agrees with you with everything, even if you're in the wrong, it'll tell you you're right. That's what I'll find.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
Gemini will give you an actual realistic answer of what it is, and it will actually tell you X, Y, Z, instead of ChatGPT will just tell you, no, you're okay. You're not in the wrong. It's all good. That
Yeah.
other person was wrong. So that is what I found, because I have tested a majority of them. And for me, Gemini it does it for me. That's the one I like to use for information if I don't know what is happening and I want to find out.
Okay. Have you tried Perplexity?
I have not. I will try it later this evening just to see. Maybe it's better. I'm
Yeah,
open
go
to
down the
something
rabbit
better.
hole. It's I don't know. I've been using different ones, but I think it's huge in yachting. You know, there's people in yachting now.
It is.
You know, Claire Hagan's an example. There's about three or four other names I could say that are just wow. They're not from yachting, and they're really showing us the power of the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
What it
that
can
is
do.
true.
Anyway, I appreciate your time. How can people get a hold of you, Andrew?
We got an Instagram page and we got a Facebook page. All our links in there. You're welcome to DM me. I will answer you, and that will be the easiest way to get a hold of me.
Cool. And what's the Instagram? It's
At Yacht Multiworks or
at
Yacht
yacht.
underscore Multiworks.
So it's at yacht underscore multiworks, correct?
Yeah, yes, that's great.
Fantastic. We'll drop it in the link below, above, and all the rest of the stuff. But I appreciate your time, Andrew. Thank you for joining the Captain's Chat, and I look forward to working with you. And I'm excited to show the crew. I might start them on the training module. That might be the first start for them
I
once I send the
recommend
invite
just,
the link.
yeah, nothing's wrong with training. Go get it done, get your certificates, tell me how it looks.
Okay, we'll do a post with all the crew with our new Yacht Multiwork certificate.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate the time.
Thanks, mate.